Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss new topic, demand for money. In the earlier videos, we discussed money, functions of money and near money. Now we are going to discuss demand for money. What is demand for money? Demand for money question related, how much money would you like to have? Or demand for money means how much of your wealth do you wish to keep in form of money? How much of your wealth do you wish to keep in form of money? That is currency notes and bank deposit. So there are different approaches. Today we are going to discuss classical approach of demand for money. According to classical approach, demand for money is derived demand. You studied in first year BCom. There are two types of demand, autonomous demand and derived demand. Autonomous demand मतलब direct demand. Derived demand मतलब indirect demand. So derived demand means the demand for the product arises out of demand for some other product. It arises due to related products. For example, as demand for food grains increases, demand for fertilizer increases. Demand for cement, demand for steel, demand for raw material, all these are examples of derived demand. So according to classical approach, demand for money is also derived demand, because money has not demanded for its own sake. We cannot eat currency notes. So why money is demanded? Because money has provided a medium of exchange for purchasing goods and services. In the last video we discussed, it has provided a common medium of exchange which everyone is willing to accept without any doubt or special inquiry. तो पैसे हमको क्यों चाहिए? Because it has provided medium of exchange. It means they laid emphasis on spending aspect of money. There are two aspects of money, spending aspect and holding aspect. But classical economists laid more emphasis only on spending aspect of money. In short, when I demand money, whenever any transaction is to be made, जब भी मुझे कोई भी ट्रांजेक्शन करना होगा, तब मैं मनी की डिमांड करूंगा. Okay, because money has provided medium of exchange. Suppose I want to purchase a book. For this, I require money, because money can be used as a medium of exchange or means of payment for purchasing goods and services. In short, I demand money whenever any transaction is to be made. But here we are discussing macroeconomics. So total demand for money determined by total volume of transaction. Total demand for money as a macro level, as a whole, determined by total volume of transaction. I am repeating again. Classical economists, according to classical economists, money is not demanded for its own sake. Demand for money is a derived demand. We demand money because money has provided a medium of exchange. So total demand for money determined by total volume of transaction. Now we will try to understand the technical explanation of this approach. In short, classical economist has not formulated demand for money explicitly. उन्होंने demand for money formulate नहीं की थी. But there are some views of classical economists which are inherent in quantity theory of money. कुछ उनके views है जो quantity theory से related है. So they laid emphasis on transaction approach, transaction aspect with velocity of circulation of money. So from this point of view, it is considered as demand for money. We'll try to understand. There's their idea based on accounting identity. Value paid must be equal to value received. वैल्यू पेड मस्ट बी इक्वल टू वैल्यू रिसीव्ड. जैसे हम अकाउंट्स में कहते हैं डेबिट मस्ट बी इक्वल टू क्रेडिट. जितना अमाउंट जितना वैल्यू मैं पे कर रहा हूं उतनी वैल्यू की गुड्स और सर्विसेज मुझे मिलनी चाहिए. दिस वाज द बेसिक आइडिया. सो व्हाट इज वैल्यू रिसीव्ड? वैल्यू रिसीव्ड मीन्स वैल्यू ऑफ ऑल गुड्स सोल्ड. कैसे हम पता करेंगे? Value received means value of all goods sold. It can be get by number of transaction multiplied by average price or price level. Number of transaction is T, total volume of transaction. Average price or price level is P. In Fisher's equation, Fisher use it is PT. Okay, this is value received, value of all goods sold. Now what is value of money paid? Value of money paid means value of money flow used for buying goods. The transaction approach or classical approach is a flow concept. So money flow used for buying goods. And how can you get value of money flow? By M into V. M is quantity of money and V is velocity of circulation of money. What is velocity? Velocity means speed, number of times average unit of money circulates, used for transaction, used for purchasing goods and services, that is called money. Suppose 100 rupees note used for 10 times in a day for goods and purchasing goods and services. What can we say? That velocity is 10 while quantity of money is 100, so equal to 1000. So भले ही वो 100 रुपीज की नोट है मगर उसका इफेक्टिव सप्लाई ऑफ मनी कितना होगा? 1000 रुपीज. So this is a quantity of money into velocity of money. So value paid must be equal to value received. This was the basic idea of classical approach. So according to classical approach, demand for money is derived demand. Money is not demanded for its own sake. Money is demanded for goods, purchasing goods and services, which means total volume of money means total volume of transaction. And according to classical economics, total demand for money generally remains constant in the short period. Therefore, value of money or price level is determined by changes in supply of money. We will discuss this point in quantity theory of money in detail. Thank you very much for today.